ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaste. So let me start with the first story I shared with my grandson. It's a Panini. It's a young boy. He wanted to learn. He went to the school. He met the guru. Then he asked him to show the palm. The guru asked the Panini to show the palm, and then after seeing the palm, then he rejected. Then Panini was quite, disappointed. Then he said, why? Then Guru told him that I cannot take you because I don't see your Vidya Rekha in your palm. There's a line of education. So I cannot take you and you will not be able to learn. Then the boy was quite disappointed. Then he went to home and then took a knife and then make a scratch in the palm to make it as a Vidya Rekha. That's the line of education. Then he came back to the Guru, told him, now I have got it. So will you accept? Will you take me as a student? Then the Guru was absolutely thrilled about the commitment and the determination of wanting to learn. Then he admitted him in the Gurukula. Now what happens with this commitment? Then he started learning. Then he became a great student. And even today, nobody can read Sanskrit unless otherwise you go through the grammar by Panini. So he has become a greatest grammarian because he is expert of the grammar. He only founded the grammar rules. So this is about the Panini. So let us talk about this particular one. See what made Panini to have this kind of commitments. There is a lot of passion within him. He was not knowing much about his own potential. Then he was able to get the kind of a determination that he wanted to do it. Now nobody can study Sanskrit without knowing the grammar of Panini. So this is the story, but it has got a profound message. See now, when I talk about this, the potential. Now let me explain to you about some of the words. What is the knowledge? What is the attitude or the values? What is the skill or the wisdom? And what is the potential? The Trinity, that is the knowledge, attitude, and also the wisdom. So all of them are equally important. Number one, when I say knowledge, now whatever I am talking, I am just only giving a sound. By the sound, now you have to get the kind of information. And from that information, you must get the knowledge. That means you have to have the knowledge through the information. Number one. Now when you talk about the knowledge, when you are a young boy, your knowledge is limited. Now, if you are really curious to learn more, let me give you an example. For example, take a well in the house. Now, it is something like a frog in the well. the frog in the well think the entire world is only like a well. That means this particular well can maximum give water only for the family, maybe. Okay, now from the well, that means you have to graduate yourself to a lake. So when you say lake, that means it is able to give a lot of water to the entire village. So as a well, I can only feed the family. But whereas if it is a lake, so it can feed the entire village. That means from the well, you are able to graduate to the lake. So you are not happy. That is the curiosity about the knowledge. That means then from the lake, now you want to become a river. What do you mean by river? When a river, it has got its goal to reach the ocean. He doesn't bother whether it is crossing the mountain or the valley, but it has got its goal to reach the ocean. Okay, you are not, once you reach the ocean, that means you are the complete. That means you are a well, lake, river, and ocean. This is something like a knowledge. The same knowledge, you keep on increasing, or expanding. So that is the power of the knowledge. Number one. Number two, you have the knowledge. Fine. That's not enough. But you must have the right attitude. So what do you mean by attitude? So let me give you an example again. When you take a knowledge, it is a tool, like a knife. See, with the knife, you can stab a person or also cut the apple or stab a person. Now the tool is a tool. Similarly here, the knowledge is a tool. But the way in which you are going to apply the knowledge makes all the difference. For that, you must have a tremendous amount of the attitude. See, what do you mean by attitude? Let me give you a simple example. A king wanted to build a temple. Then every day he used to go to the site of the temple and then pick up a conversation with the people. Then he found out 3 people doing the same job, getting the same wages and the same ambience. Then he found the first person and asked him, hey, what are you doing? You know what they are doing? All the 3 of them are breaking the boulder, that is a stone. They are doing the same thing. They are getting the same wages. They are having the same ambience. So the king asked the first person. He said, what are you doing? Then he said, oh God, I am only breaking the stone. So I have to take care of my stomach. I have to feed. I have to eat. So then king was quite disappointed. He said, what kind of a people I have? Then he went to the next person, doing the same job, same wages, and the same ambience. Then he asked him, what are you doing? Then he said, oh Lord, you know, I have to take care of my family. I am also involved with the society to do something. Then I am able to really take care of this thing. I am building the hall. I am only building the hall. Then the king was quite happy. Good. That is the right attitude. Then he went to the third person who is doing the same job, getting the same wages and the same ambience. He said, what are you doing? Then he just threw the hammer. He said, oh Lord, don't you know I am building the temple? I am building the temple. Look at the identity. The first person, he was able to identify only with his own stomach. But the other person is able to identify with the wall of the temple. The other person is able to identify the entire temple. See, that means the same job, but the attitude makes all the difference. Getting the same wages, same ambience, same situation, but the attitude is totally different. Now, having the knowledge, it is not enough. I keep on telling even the Google has got the knowledge. So what? You have got so many knowledge in the book. So what? That means the right application of the knowledge makes all the difference. That means you must expand your knowledge and you must also fine tune your attitude. The attitude makes all the difference. There's a beautiful saying that attitude is like a zero factor. If you don't have a right attitude, it is almost like a zero. That means any number multiplied by zero is zero. So the attitude is very important and crucial for the success of a person. Number one. That means you are expanding the knowledge. Great. You keep on doing it. You are able to improve or always look for a knowledge every second. And that is not enough. You have to fine tune your attitude with the right values. That means this knowledge will be converted as a wisdom. Think the same knowledge with the right attitude will be converted into wisdom. That means I had a knife, now I know how to use the knife. That is a skill. There is the right attitude. Now if you want to really improve your potential. So what do you mean by potential? Yeah, we have to understand. See, for example, the same, Panini. No, he was not knowing about his potential, but he wanted to really improve. There is a lot of commitment and the determination. And similarly, there are so many people, the men of achievement, they are all in the top, Prime Minister, President, or whoever you call. They started with a humble beginning, but they had a self-belief. They had a tremendous amount of self-belief. Yes, I can do. So I can do. That's the kind of a mantra you have to keep on chanting. That is one. When you say that knowledge with the right attitude, then becomes a wisdom. That means you keep on expanding the knowledge. I repeat once again, keep on expanding the knowledge. By how? With a lot of curiosity. Yes. Now, knowledge is like a ocean. So I must keep on, trying to expand my knowledge. And then keep on fine-tuning like a attitude. That means automatically you will get the wisdom on which you will be able to maximize your potential. Now, the same diagram, you have to keep on, expanding the knowledge, fine-tuning the attitude, then automatically you will get the wisdom. That is, knowledge and the attitude or the process, and the wisdom is the result. And using the right wisdom, that means you can really maximize your potential. Now, if you ask me, how do I know that I have maximized my potential? It's a very good question. How do I know that whether I have maximized potential? A person who has maximized his potential, that means he will always be happy. Whether the situations are good or bad or ugly or whatever it is. So that is a real test of maximize your potential. So please understand, once again I will repeat, knowledge, attitude, wisdom. Keep on, expanding, fine tuning, and make sure that you are able to maximize. And ultimately, you must be happy. Yeah, you must be happy. It is all within you. Happiness is not outside, it is within you. But you have to tap it, particular kind of the knowledge. Take care, stay positive. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति